Hi, crypto friends. What's happening with GameFi? What's wrong with this sector? How does it actually work? What were the grand expectations a few years ago, and what is the reality today, in 2026? Let's start from the very beginning. Imagine a game where you don't just play for fun, but actually earn money. Not virtual points or skins that stay only inside the developer's server, but real digital assets that you can sell for cryptocurrency and withdraw into real money. That was the main idea of GameFi, the combination of games and finance based on blockchain. Here, every weapon, every land plot, every character exists as a unique non-fungible token, or NFT, and you, the player, truly own it. Developers promised that thanks to smart contracts and tokens, the game's economy would become completely decentralized. Players would be able to create their own guilds, trade assets on open marketplaces, and even influence the development of the game through voting in a decentralized autonomous organization. How does this work on a technical level? Everything starts with the blockchain, a distributed ledger that no one can forge or turn off. In the game, there are two main types of tokens. The first is a utility token, or reward token, which you earn for completing tasks, winning battles, or simply for time spent in the game. The second is a governance token, which gives the right to vote in project management. In addition, almost all items in the game are NFTs: your sword, your vehicle, your land. When you play, you earn tokens, sell them on the exchange, and other players buy them to level up faster. Developers receive a commission from every transaction, and the economy seemingly lives by itself thanks to a constant influx of new players who buy assets. This is called the play-to-earn model and play-to-earn. On paper, everything sounds perfect. Players get real value, developers get a stable audience, and the whole system works without intermediaries in the form of big corporations. When the hype around Axie Infinity exploded in 2021, millions of people believed that blockchain games would change everything. In the Philippines and Vietnam, people massively quit their jobs and sat down at computers to earn several $100s a month just by playing. Analysts predicted that the blockchain gaming market would grow to $50 billion already by 2025. They promised a real revolution, the end of pay to win, where rich players simply buy an advantage, because now everyone could earn themselves starting capital. They promised metaverses where your virtual real estate would grow in price, where you would be the owner, not a tenant in the hands of the publisher. They promised that games would become not just entertainment, but a full-fledged part of the decentralized economy, where young people from any country could earn on the same level as professionals. It was a dream of fairness in games, of freedom, and that cryptocurrency would finally enter mass everyday life through something pleasant and understandable, through a game. But reality turned out to be harsh. By 2026, more than 93% of all GameFi projects have actually died or lost almost all their value. According to analysts, from 2020 to 2026, over $12 billion of investments were attracted to the sector, but almost all of this money evaporated. The market capitalization of GameFi tokens fell by 68% in just 2025 and is now holding at around $7 to $8 billion. The daily number of active users in all blockchain gaming has stabilized at around 1,200,000 people. This is many times less than the peak in 2021. So what went wrong? First, the economy turned out to be a classic pyramid. For reward tokens to have value, new players were needed who would buy them for real money. When the influx of new users decreased, token prices collapsed. In Axie Infinity, the token that players earned fell from 40 cents to less than 1 cent. Players who spent thousands of dollars to buy 3 starting characters lost almost everything. Second, most games were not games, but farms. You just clicked, farmed tokens, and waited until they could be sold. Gameplay was secondary, and the motivation was purely financial. When earnings became less than minimum wage, people left. Third, there were technical problems: wallets, gas fees, complexity for beginners. Fourth, massive hacks. The same Axie Infinity lost $620 million due to the Ronin bridge hack. It was the largest hack in crypto history at that time. Fifth, speculators and big investors came in first, pumped up the prices, and then dumped the tokens, leaving ordinary players with nothing. In 2026, we are already talking about GameFi 2.0. This is an evolution where developers finally understood that first there must be a cool game, and only then, blockchain as a tool. Now the emphasis is on sustainable economies where tokens are not inflated uncontrollably, and players spend hours in the game not because of farming, but because of an interesting plot and mechanics. The average session duration has grown from 18 minutes in 2021 to more than 2 hours in new projects. The average revenue from one paying user approached $90, almost like in regular mobile games. The traditional computer games market in 2026 brings in over $200 billion in revenue annually. Mobile games occupy more than 50%, consoles and PC, the rest. The main sources of money are microtransactions, seasonal passes, DLC, pre-sales, and subscriptions. Imagine GTA 5. The game was released in 2013, sold over 225 million copies, and earned $8 to $10 billion over all time, a significant part of which is constant income from GTA Online through the purchase of shark cards. Developers like Rockstar, Epic, or Blizzard control everything. You cannot sell your skin to someone else for real money on the open market. But that is exactly why the economy is stable. Players spend money on cosmetics or convenience and do not hope to earn. The market grows slowly and predictably, about 6 to 10% per year. There are no collapses of 95% like with tokens. In GameFi, everything is the opposite. There the player is an investor, not just a client. This gives freedom, but also enormous risk. In traditional games, the developer guarantees that your purchase will have value inside the game forever. In GameFi, value depends on the market, on other players, and on trust in the smart contract. Traditional games have billions of players and stable revenues. GameFi now is a little more than 1 million active users per day worldwide. Traditional games rarely shut down completely, even if they are not a hit. In GameFi, 93% of projects are already dead. But there are also advantages. In blockchain games, you can take your NFT and transfer it to another game if the developers made interoperability. In traditional games, you are forever tied to one server of one publisher. So does GameFi have a future? Yes, but not the one people dreamed of in 2021. The future is not a replacement for traditional games, but a complement. GameFi 2.0 can become a niche for those who want true asset ownership and decentralized worlds. If developers learn to make truly captivating games where blockchain is invisible and the economy is balanced, then the market can grow to tens of billions. Already now, projects are appearing with cinematic graphics, deep plot, and mechanics that are not inferior to AAA titles. Regulations are becoming clearer, technology is cheaper and more convenient, but for mass success, players need to come for the game, not for earnings. The game Grand Theft Auto 6 is scheduled to release on the 19th of November 2026. Since the first trailer, rumors have been circulating on the internet. What if there is its own token, its own crypto broker, the ability to earn Bitcoin or Ether for missions, or even a full play to earn in Vice City? Some streamers are already planning their own custom servers with crypto economy. But let's be honest, Rockstar Games and their parent company Take-Two Interactive have repeatedly shown a skeptical attitude toward real cryptocurrency and NFTs. In 2022, they banned the use of crypto and NFTs on fan servers of GTA 5. There are no official confirmations of integration, and most likely there will not be. Why? Because GTA is first and foremost a satire on modern society, not a financial instrument. Adding volatile tokens can ruin the game balance, scare away the main audience, and create a bunch of regulatory problems. Yes, there may be an ironic crypto market inside the world where you trade virtual assets, but it will just be part of the gameplay, without real withdrawal to blockchain. Of course, if GTA 6 becomes a mega hit and sells hundreds of millions of copies, even a small Web3 integration can give a boost to the entire sector. But realistically, these will rather be modders or separate servers from enthusiasts, not an official feature from Rockstar. Hope is always there, but it's not worth waiting for GTA to make GameFi mainstream. It's better to look at how big studios are gradually trying blockchain in their smaller projects. Summing up, friends, GameFi has not completely failed, but it has changed a lot. From a speculative boom, it is moving into a mature phase where game quality comes first, not quick earnings. The traditional gaming market shows how to earn stably and big money without breaking the player's economy. The future exists, but only for those projects that understand. Players want entertainment first and foremost. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video, and remember, I am not calling anyone to do anything, and I am not giving financial advice. The only advice, don't let yourself be shaved.
Let's go! I run these notes like I run these streets, yeah. Checking the seat, never miss a beat, no downtime, uptime where I eat. Best in the game and they can't compete. I'm steady, heavy, nobody shakes me. Locking the block, who the hell gonna chase me? Proof in the numbers, ain't messing with fate. I'll sign and verify, keep your fucking chain straight. Wake up, boost to the machine, I'm cold. Look around, every move, work my posted code. You flex in the club, I flex in the load. Tickets to my name, validators on hold. Serious metrics, the rest mode, man. No breaks up time, I'm the whole damn plan. Safety's a promise, the rest all talk. Boss in the system, you step then you walk. I run these notes like I run these streets, yeah. Checking the sync, never miss a beat. No downtime, uptime where I eat. can't compete. Validaros in the zone, never retreat. If you're not real, get